So yesterday I had 2 collabs and I had this power for my friends. But wow there, old Tasso. You worked hard, but not enough. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, most of VTubers currently used to collab with their PNGs on a website called Vtubers. But that website has an upside and a downside. Okay? So what is the upside? The upside is that it's super easy. 2 collaborators put their PNG in it, attach it to their Discord sound, and it generates a link. They give it the links to each other, and voila, you have it. But what if it's 6-person collaborators? What if it's 12-person? What if it's 13-person? That's really fast becomes messy. That's the downside. If there's 13-person collaborators, each person needs to be synchronized through separated links. That's consumes a lot of bandwidth, and we don't want. Plus, that's a lot of exchange. A lot of link exchange that you want to avoid. It's easy, gets forgettable who gives a link to who. So there's supposed to be an easier method, which by including Discord itself, they have this link which gives you a layer for OBS that gives you the layout, the whole layout of the voice chat. And there was a time that people supposed to use a code on it before Fujitech to make their PNG appear. But that doesn't work now. Why, you ask? Well, because updates. That's it. Discord gave update after update after update after update. So many things have changed in that link, and the previous code doesn't work anymore. It's as simple as that. The updates were so much, and it changed so much, that the old codes are not working anymore. So what is the solution? Well, obviously updating the code, and the original creator of the code never have updated ever again. So I don't know why no one took it upon themselves that they could take the original code and analyze the current Discord code and simply just update it. So because nobody have done it, I did it. And I have added a couple of customizations to it. So in terms of customization and ease of use and complexity, I divide the code into 4 different parts. First is hiding your own PFV and overlay in Discord so you don't appear on a stream. Then there is turning the vertical layout into horizontal layout, so you can put it in horizontal, but if you want it to be vertical, you can just remove this. Then mouth open and mouth close PNG of the collaborator, name of the collaborator and how it appears, and the animation of appearing the mouth open, because that's a little animation that jumps a little. So how do you work with this code? I have commented everything that needed to be commented. So first, you need to activate Discord developer. How you do it? You go to your Discord settings, advanced, and there we go, the developer option is there. When you enable developer mode, you get access to their inner user ID. There's 2 different user IDs being used inside of Discord. One is the thing that you choose. Other is a long number they use for their internal system. You want that number, and developer mode gives you access to that number. You go there, then first it's your own. You right click on the profile picture of your own. At the end, you see copy user ID. You copy that and paste it on the part that I said your own user ID. That's the first step. The second step, you need your collaborator user ID. The same thing, you go on the collaborator, right click on it, and at the end, there is copy user ID and you paste it on the collaborator user ID. And you need a direct link to their PNG. In Discord, you can go click on the PNG, open in browser, copy that URL in browser, and paste it here. But really doesn't matter if it's from Discord or not. It can be from Twitter. It can be from anywhere else. As long as the link is direct and guides you straight to the PNG, it's enough. Then you paste the mouth closed PNG here and mouth open PNG here. In the previous update, until this part, it was enough. But again, in terms of customizability, I was yes. So I figured out that in high amount of collaborators at the same time, it's easy for the viewer to miss who's who. So we need that name part that Discord uses. So I kept the username, but what I did is altering it. So now you can use the collaborator, replace the collaborator name with whatever the VTuber name of that collaborator is. And if you don't want their username to be adult, you can just delete this line and call it a day. And again, collaborator user ID that you used here is pretty important. So you're like, so this is good and all that you could like develop this, but what is beneficial towards Fujitech? Glad you asked. Because now you use one link. That's the best part of it. Instead of so many links gets synchronized together, this is like huge deal for big collaborations. Every person can each just send their like PNG in a one Discord server or in a secret Discord channel. It doesn't matter, even in a Twitter group, it doesn't matter. It's just needs of the PNG link. And that's it. But you might say, isn't that used for one person? Because you included one collaborator user ID. Wow. But what I didn't mention is that it can be stacked. What I mean is that you can literally copy this part and paste it below it, but beware that it should be above a speak now, and give it another collaborator user ID and another collaborator name, another PNG link. And it will work just as fine. In fact, if you don't do it for each collaborator inside the code, it will leave their Discord PFP as it is, and their Discord PFP is appearing. If you don't want this Discord PFP appear, or you don't want that collaborator, maybe their manager or something that is inside the Discord chat, you can straight up just copy this and insert the user ID of that collaborator that you don't want to appear on the stream, or maybe that user ID of that manager you don't want to appear on the stream. It's highly customizable. Another thing is that usually this code layout is vertical, but I figured that for me personally, horizontal is easier, specifically with my stream layout. So I added the horizontal layout to make it horizontal, but you can delete this part if you want it to make vertical. There is change size ability for each PNG. So the thing is, the size here works for both PNGs at the same time. Okay. I didn't need to put it here and here as well. You just need to change the size. It's in the percentage. There's two parts that I need to discuss later, but this is important to size of the page browser that you're giving to OBS. Okay. But until now, it is okay. Okay. It's in percentage of each block of the page. So the bigger the page, the bigger the block, the bigger the block, the bigger the PNGs. You don't need to mind that developer stuff so much. Just know that this percentage, so the bigger the percentage, the bigger the PNG, the smaller the percentage, the smaller the PNG. That's it. It dims the brightness of the non-speaking PNG. So if you don't want that to happen, you can just remove this line. And yep, that's how you use the code. Then okay, so you generated the code for your specific collaboration. How to put it inside OBS? Well, simple. Use this link, go synchronize it with your Discord. It probably is synchronized already because it's their own server, so it really doesn't matter. Then you go here to the voice chat. You don't need to set anything. Just set the server and the VC that you're going to collab. And copy this link into the OBS. So I will get to this size part because they're kind of important, kind of not. It depends a lot. But you delete this part and you copy the code that you generated for your like collab and put it here and click OK. And that's it. We get to the size. Depending on the PNG that you are like using, depending on how many they are, the size of them, and many things, if they are stacked horizontally and there's not enough width for them to stack right beside each other, one of them going to overlap with another. That's one thing that's bound to happen if there's not enough width in horizontal. If their layout is vertical and you delete the horizontal lines and they are too big that they cannot get to enough size, essentially a web page, okay? It's essentially a web page. So it brings a scroll, and that's very ugly in Stream. We don't want that. My best of advice is that first you generate the code, then get the link, put them inside each other, and see, put it like on 1920 by 180. That's exactly full HD size. That's exactly full HD size. Okay? If you needed more height, you can either fiddle with size, which it's an ugly work. I guess you don't want to like fiddle with each PNG size, or you can increase the height, then scale the layer down. Even reverse. If there is not enough space in width for them to appear in one line, you can either decrease the size of the PNGs or increase the width size and scale the layer down. Whatever you like and whatever your heart desire. But I feel like for big collaborations, this is so much safe because not only they don't need to transact so many links to each other, it's just them dumping a lot of images into one server and using it on code. Of course, it needs a lot of preparation on each person's side, but it consumes way less bandwidth and way less resources from computer. Because remember, each layer, OBS should interpret it as another process. So you in 13 person collab, you have 13 different layers. And that's a lot of process to add. That's a lot. You consuming so much resources all at the same time. So what you do, you decrease them down to one layer. Not only OBS needs to get synchronized with one link, but also it doesn't consume as so much resources. Of course, it needs to run the custom code, but I don't know if 13 layers of this code is safer or one long-ass code. Obviously, that long-ass code. The benefits is, of course, it's complex. That's downside. It's way complex than Fujitech, but also it uses way less bandwidth. So if you have an online game or an FPS game, you have less ping, you're less laggy. There is better quality for a stream to be exchanged between a streaming service and your OBS, and you don't need to manage so many layers all at the same time. Another thing, it's less compute intensive. That's why I made this. I don't use Fujitech at all. I hate it. There's zero lack of customization. Here you can manipulate everything. Even you can suggest things, and if I say that's appropriate for the code, I can add it to the code. No biggie. Even better for me, I can have more customization for my future collaborations. But I think this is a better solution than Fujitech. It's way complex, but more optimized. So that's it. Bye-bye.